everyone, it's Miss Olson, and today I'm going to show you how to design and start sculpting your trophy. So what you want to do first is get out your plan so that we know what you planned. Mine was a person holding up a plane and a globe and little students on it because I want to travel and teach. Today you will have a half slab and a whole slab. The half slab is to design your base for your trophy. The main portion of our base should have our name and class code on the bottom of it, and then just be flat at the bottom so that we can build up from there. Everything we build up is going to be built up and scored and slipped on its side. So what I want to do first is get out a Q-tip or a pencil, flip my base over, and make sure that it has my name and class code. I'm going to write Miss Olson, class code. Now the other thing that I want to let you know is anytime you want a straight line, you can get out a popsicle stick, and let's say that I just want to make sure that my name is there, but I want this to be as big as possible. I'm going to trim it. Now if you want it to be any bigger than that, then we are going to be able to, let's say, roll this out a little bit larger with a rolling pin. But you don't want it to be too thin. You don't want anything to be thicker or thinner than a pencil. So I could have made that a little bit larger, for example, first. I'll make it too thin. This is a pretty sturdy size. That's why I left it. But again, you could make it a little bit bigger if you wanted to. Name and class code on the back. Now, maybe I use this other slab to build up. And again, I'm going to smudge that out. Everything that you want to draw or write in can be smudged out with your finger or a pencil. I'm going to write my name on the back, class code of this little stand, and then this I'm going to use to build up. Now, anything I build up is going to start fine once it's short, but as it gets taller, you're going to want to score and slip and turn it again on its side. You can also use paper towels today to support underneath as you build. So if I am building up this first piece, I'm going to get my fork or pencil nearby, and the slip containers look like this. The toolboxes are here as well. And I'm just going to score and slip the sides of my work like this, and then where they're going, and I'm going to stick it on. You can also do something called blending while you're working, which is just pushing the clay together to make sure it stays. Now, as I build up taller, I'm probably going to have to start to turn it on its side. But when you have another slab, again, you can roll it a little bit if you need to. But let's try to leave the slabs as they are because they are a good thickness to work with. I'm going to sketch my person. So again, I'm going to start with a person with a little stick figure. We can manipulate them a little bit later once we have them cut out. If you want to get into the body position, that's fine too, but just draw a bubble around. And again, I'm not carving in yet. Don't carve anything until you're happy with it because I could still smudge this out and restart just like an eraser. I haven't cut all the way through. Now that I'm ready to cut all the way through, also try not to cut in the very center of your slab because you want to reuse it for other things. I'm going to be making a plane and an earth too. After you have that, you can decide what you want them to be doing. And again, this is not going to stand, so I'm going to have to smooth this side out, and I'm going to have to turn it on its side. Now, I'm going to start to turn this slab, and I'm also going to score and slip this person after I smooth them out on. And I could squeeze them into more of a 3D formation. If I want the head to be more of a sphere, just squeeze it and maneuver it. I kind of like the consistency I had going with the flat though. All right, so I'm going to score and slip the bottom of the feet where we're going to stick it. I'm going to get some slip out of my slip container. It's like clay glue. And I'm going to score and slip where they're going, and I'm going to press it on. Now, again, blending helps as well, pushing it together. Now, it's not going to be straight because I don't have any support. So I'm going to put a little bit of a paper towel underneath. Towards the end of class, everybody will have a tray to put their work on. Actually, I'll probably pass that out sooner. So everybody's going to be able to build on their own tray for now. to transport it. Smooth things out as you go. But again, I'm going to have to support this all the way up here. I really want to say that my thinness of my base is making me nervous, so I might even get a new one and reattach, because the thin bases, if you do manipulate that original slab, is going to be a little curvy and may not stand as well. So I kind of regret doing that. And last but not least, remember you have spheres and coils. So I'm going to show you two different other things I can make. I'm going to make a little mini earth, maybe a little bit bigger. If you make anything bigger than a pencil, like a sphere, you're going to have to poke a hole in it so that it can get some air inside and so that it can dry. So I have a sphere for my earth. Let's be a little bit bigger. I'm going to score and slip that on. Scoring is X's, slip is the clay goo. Where it's going, it's getting scored and slipped, and then smooth it out. And then I'm also going to do a little coil for my paintbrush for painting as I travel, teaching art. And I'm going to score. And remember, we want to pretend that we could make something come true, kind of like a vision board for the new year. If you're instead of a vision board, we have a vision trophy. What if this was going to come true later? What do you want to make happen in your life? Remember, you're thinking of your talents and your goals and combining them together. So I have a little earth. I have a little paintbrush. I just need to make my little students on the earth. I wouldn't recommend really writing something on it because you can paint on it later, but this is mine for now. And again, you could also build taller. Maybe I start to build something on the outer edge. This is just the start. We're going to have 2 classes. Get out your plans. Make sure you're thinking of how you can make them come to life. Have a great art class.